If you hate being told what to do or worse, told how to think, you have probably been called stubborn, difficult, or arrogant your entire life. But psychology suggests that this intense rejection of control isn't a personality defect. It is a sign of a rare cognitive framework known as high need for autonomy. You don't hate guidance. You hate having your reality dictated to you. Before we talk about these 5 traits, I have got something for you. I created a community where I share deep, real psychology. You can actually learn from like this. So if you want, just check it out after watching, linked in the description. Now, the first reason you hate when you are told what to do is what behavioral scientists call psychological reactance. This explains the dishes scenario. Your brain views your free will as a territory. When someone issues an unsolicited command, especially in a rude tone, your brain perceives it as a trespassing threat. Your refusal to comply isn't laziness. It is a biological defense mechanism. You are wired to restore your freedom by doing the exact opposite. You aren't being petty. You are protecting your agency. This leads directly to the second trait, the competence filter. A lot of people think you have a problem with authority. That's not true. You have a problem with incompetent authority. You are actually very willing to follow a leader, but only if that leader has proven they are logical and capable. Most people blindly obey titles, managers, parents, politicians. You, however, audit the person behind the title. If their command lacks logic, your brain hits the emergency brake. You don't blindly follow. You consciously consent. Now, having a competence filter explains why you hate bad orders, but it doesn't explain the deeper rage you feel when someone tries to program your mind. This brings us to the third trait, cognitive sovereignty. This is where you hate being told how to think. In social psychology, there is a concept called the agentic state, where people stop thinking for themselves and surrender their conscience to the group. You are immune to this. When a boss, a partner, or a movement tells you what to believe instead of why you should believe it, you feel attacked. You don't want a script. You want the raw data so you can form your own conclusion. You are the cult-proofer. You are the fail-safe that stops the group from walking off a cliff just because everyone else is agreeing. But this independence comes with a heavy cost, isolation, because you refuse to play social games or submit to groupthink. You often end up alone or self-employed. This links to the fourth trait, intrinsic motivation dependency. Research in self-determination theory shows that most people can be motivated by extrinsic rewards, money, status, praise. You are motivated by autonomy. You will work 18 hours a day on your own business for free, but you will struggle to work 8 hours a day for a boss who micromanages you for a paycheck. Your fuel isn't money, it is ownership. Finally, you might wonder, if I'm just independent, why does it hurt when people call me arrogant? That brings us to the fifth and most misunderstood trait. You aren't arrogant. You are integrity dominant. When you resist a command or refuse to adopt a popular opinion, it's not because you think you are better than everyone. It's because for you, compliance feels like lying. If you don't believe in the task or the idea, your nervous system rejects it. You physically cannot fake enthusiasm. The reframe here is vital. Society tries to shame this trait out of people. They want you to be a cog in the machine. But human history wasn't moved forward by people who did what they were told and thought what they were told to think. It was moved forward by people who asked why. Your resistance is not a character flaw. It is an evolutionary safeguard. You are the wild card that keeps society from stagnating. You are not broken because you can't be tamed. You are never meant to be tamed. You are meant to be self-governing. So the next time someone calls you difficult because you won't blindly follow an order, don't apologize. Just realize that their nervous system is built for safety while yours is built for truth. If you felt seen by this video, drop a brain emoji in the comments to show that you protect your autonomy. And if you want to read the deep dive research papers on psychological reactance that I use for this script, make sure you subscribe for